To Tarot for Kindness. This is our weekly get together where me and all kinds of fun guests come on and we do tarot readings for $10 per card. 100% of the proceeds go to feed seniors in Ukraine who are experiencing very much food insecurity during the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. And so this is our wonderful way of doing some humanitarian aid, and it's super direct. It's amazing, you guys. You make the donation. I send the donation over to Subotin Harbor. And then it's like early in the morning over in Ukraine right now. And then your donation goes to buy groceries today to go feed those seniors. So this is a wonderful, wonderful way for you to actually make a donation and have that money go directly to help feed these beautiful, amazing seniors, which you can see photos of them with their food and their messages and everything by going to follow Yulia Subotina over on Instagram, or you can follow Subotin Harbor on Facebook and you can see the people that you help. It is an amazing, wonderful thing. We've been doing it for 2 years now. We've been doing this, making donations. I think 2 years we've been doing Tarot for Kindness. Have we been doing it that long? My gosh, time flies.
Close to that.
Yeah. I mean, I've been making donations. We had done donations through fundraisers and doing things like selling spell kits and things like that. But what has been really great is this consistent thing that we've been doing here, which is Tarot for Kindness, where you guys come in, you make a donation, you get a tarot reading, and also a little something extra. And we get that money to them and they get that food to them. So it is a really, I'm so grateful to you guys for coming and joining us each week. It's something I'm so grateful for getting these fun tarot readings. I mean, it's always great to get a tarot reading. And if you want a quick check-in on something and don't want to have a full 15-minute or 30-minute or hour reading, this is a great way to get that little check-in. Maybe you want to know like what's up ahead for the week, or you have a little question about something that's going on in your life and you just want a quick check-in. This is the perfect opportunity to do that. And you're helping, being a humanitarian, making a donation, which is so beautiful. And I so appreciate it. Love Witch, I would not, oh my gosh, Love Witch, you are, I don't know what I would do without you. You're making me dependent on you.
It's my specialty.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Has been working her butt off. Oh my gosh, the last 2 weeks behind the scenes, you guys don't know this, but we have been, I broke the old website at Parlor Wonders by putting in a snippet of code. You know what? And I blame YouTube. YouTube, it's your fault, because I had to get the payments from YouTube to get sent to me. And they're like, you have to put the snippet of code on your website. I'm like, okay, beep, 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 put that code in, and it broke the structure of our website. So all the stuff was still there, but it just looked ugly. The theme was broken, right? The theme of the website, the color.
Something's going on with your mic.
Oh.
Now I can't hear anything. It was like really poppy. You're still silent.
It's probably you.
Oh, now you're good. I can hear you now.
Oh, it's probably you. It's not me, it's you. Let's try this.
Now I can't hear you. Oh, now you're fine. Me? Sorry. Maybe it's me. Yeah, I can hear you.
All the sound. Let me check. Hold on. Okay, input is external microphone, output is, okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh.
Yes.
Be like, hold the little microphone. That's what I'm noticing all the millennials doing. All you millennials are holding the microphone, talking about the important issues of the day. So anyway, I might have stepped on the mic or pulled it out or something. Anyway, so what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was talking about.
The website.
The website. So anyway, I broke the website trying to get money from YouTube, your money that made donations, and trying to get that sent over to my bank account. And
that was the straw that broke the camel's back. So I said, I'm done with WordPress. I'm done with it. I hate it. Let's move somewhere else. And I was trying all these different things, and which was like, go to Shopify. You'll love it. I'm like, okay. And I do love it. It's great. And if you look
Yay.
at our new website, it looks gorgeous. It looks so good. It's so fast. It's so easy. You've got more payment options. It's like so good. It's so good. So the website is up and functional. The only thing that is missing is some of the detailed descriptions on some of the products. We're still putting those in. We have over 1,000 products, and the Love Witch is starting from A to Z. I'm starting from Z to A, and we're going to meet somewhere in the middle. Some of the blog posts that were there before aren't up. We're zhuzhing up some things, so we're getting it together. But the functionality for buying something and the functionality for booking a session, getting your workshops, if you have live on demand, on demand workshops or live, all that stuff is up and running. So it's all there for you. And we hope you go check it out and let us know what you think. There's also a little chat bubble in the bottom. It is not AI chat. It is the Love Witch 99% of the time. And then sometimes me answering your questions. If you have a question about the site, or you're not sure what product to get, or you need some recommendations, then you can absolutely do that. And you can get it right. As long as we're awake and around, we'll answer your question. If not, you'll go to email and we'll answer you as soon as we get up. Any other features about the website that you want to talk about?
Well, I want to say we should thank YouTube, not blame YouTube, because the new site's so much better than the old one.
That's true. Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I'm so excited about it. It's running so great, and there's a search bar again, so that's a big improvement that makes it a lot easier to shop. So definitely check it out and take a look around. And if you have trouble finding anything, or if you notice anything that seems off, hit that chat box and let us know, because we would love to hear about it.
Yeah, we're fixing it.
Mhm.
We'll fix everything. Everything is new to us. We're still polishing things. So if there's anything that's you need help with, we're here to help. We'll always fix it. We'll always help you or do whatever we need to do. So all right, so we're gonna do some readings today. Is there any other news of anything going on lately? I'm trying to think. Oh, it's the last days for the deluxe limited edition self-care magic kit. This is a kit that is so good, you guys. It's so good. In this kit, you get self-love oil, which you can buy anytime. But beyond self-love oil, you get a little pocket mojo bag for self-love. You get self-love sachet, self-love potion, self-love bath, a beautiful exclusive candle. So these things are all only available in this kit. You also get a surprise oracle deck or tarot deck in there. We have a wide assortment of decks. The decks are worth over $25, and so it's a great value. This is like you're getting way a lot of stuff, and it's very reasonably priced. Now, the other thing about this kit that I want to tell you is you get a gold envelope, and in that gold envelope, everybody gets a little prize. Most people are going to get a discount code, but 3 lucky people are going to be getting 1-hour readings with me. So so you might win a 1-hour session with me by getting this. Now, this is only available until the end of May, and then it goes away forever. We will not have self-love bath, sachet, potion, or the self-love mini mojo, or the candle. These are only available. They're exclusive to this. So get it now, because you may want to do some self-love, self-care. That's really important. What do you think? Why do you think self-love is important, Love Witch? You're the expert. Why do you
Well,
think?
I think self-love is the foundation of any healthy relationship. As RuPaul says, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else, right? And it may sound a little cliche, but it's so true. And if you've ever tried to have a relationship while hating yourself, you will know how true that is, because it doesn't work. And yeah, it's so good. And also, self-love oil smells amazing. I put it in my bath all the time. So those self-love bath crystals are something you definitely don't want to miss out on. And today I actually had someone chat into the website asking about one of the exclusive items from last month. And I had to tell her, no, you can't get it anymore. So don't be that person next month who missed out. Make sure you order it before this goes away,
Yeah.
because these products are so special and you don't want to miss out.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that it's always heartbreaking, but because we have to make a batch of something, and when we make a batch, it is a big laborious thing, right? It takes a lot of effort and energy. So we cannot make like custom sachets or custom baths for you guys, because it's extra work
Well,
for everybody, right?
actually, we can make custom baths anytime. We do
Oh, we
offer
can't make
that.
custom. Whoops.
Yeah.
Custom baths we can't make. But in terms of like sachet powders, it's a big mess. And then of course the teas, it's like it's also a big deal. And all these things. So we have them made, they're ready to go. You can get them now, but once they're gone, they're gone. So yeah, absolutely. I'll be using all the leftovers of everything.
You can send them my way. I don't
Okay.
mind.
Speaking of sending your way, we're gonna have all of your soaps and everything back in
Yeah.
stock, right?
Yeah, I labeled the boxes, I scheduled a pickup.
Oh,
I was gonna walk everything over, and then I realized this is over 50 pounds, so I think I'm gonna call UPS.
oh, good.
So they
Yeah.
are coming to grab it on Tuesday, so everything should be there probably by the end of the week.
Yeah.
And you can shop all those items on our brand new website.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Love Witch's products are so yummy and so delicious. So good. We've got beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soaps, gorgeous soaps shaped as the Venus of Willendorf, goddess of Willendorf shaped soaps, which are amazing. We also have, you also have those baths, those bubble baths that are so luxurious and smell amazing. And so, yeah, I love it. And sprays. I mean, you've got all kinds of goodies. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and the very popular lip balms are coming back in stock
oh,
too. So I
that's
know a
right.
lot of people have been waiting for those. Um, we had a wait list for them, and I don't know if that moved to the new website. So
I
don't
don't think we have
rely
a wait
don't
list.
rely on the wait list. Make sure you're
Yeah.
checking the website.
Exactly. We have to figure out, maybe that's another thing when we have a meeting. Let's talk about figuring out a wait list situation. I'm sure there's an app
Yeah,
for a
I'm
wait
sure there's a
list.
way.
All right. Well, we have a reading. Thank you so much, Leafland Fibers. Oh my gosh, you guys. If you want a reading like Leafland Fibers, just go and donate. You can donate through PayPal. You can donate through Venmo, or you can donate through Super Chat down below. When you donate, once you donate, go into the chat and then say how much you donated, where you donated, and what your question is. And then we will do a reading for you. It's $10 per card. So if you want a one card reading, donate $10, two card reading, $20, three card reading, $30, and so on, whatever, up to 78 cards in the tarot. You can make a $780 donation and get a 78 card reading.
Hey, I've
Um,
got like 70 more cards here, so
oh,
we
okay.
can
So
keep going. The sky is the limit.
150, whatever it is, 6 cards. You can have $1,560. You can get a full 2 deck reading. But anyway, so you can make those donations on PayPal, Venmo, or if you're in YouTube, you'll see Super Chat down below. Super Chat's the little button that looks like a dollar bill, and you can make your donation there. Once you make your donation, go into chat and let us know what your question is. And then, oh, yeah. So Leafland has a great question. I sent $10 on Venmo. I don't have a question. You don't even want to like see like a card to see the week ahead? I mean, you could get that. Just a general reading is also what you can do. If you don't have a particular burning question in mind, you can always get a general reading. What's the week ahead like? What do I need to know about this week or this month or whatever, this season? So you can do that, of course. But yes, there is a way to see the elders that we're feeding. If you don't have Facebook, she does post on Instagram, and I believe it is Subotin Harbor on Instagram, right? Subotin Harbor. So it's SUB SUBOTTIN Harbor, HARBOR, I think.
I'm gonna post the link in the chat once I
Great.
make sure that that's the right address.
Okay, great, great, great. Yeah, so she does post on Instagram. I don't go, I mean, I'm on Facebook, but I don't really spend a lot of time on Facebook, but I do spend a little more time on Instagram, and so I often see her posts there, and she posts the seniors. So you can see there. You can see those seniors. It's so cute. It's really sweet. Yeah. Such a
I'm
special
having
thing.
trouble finding her account,
I'll
but
find
I
it.
will make sure to post. We'll make sure
Here,
to
I'll
post it.
find it and I'll put it
Okay,
in the
cool.
chat. I have it on hand. Oh, it's SUBB. That's why I spelled it wrong. Here's the link. right here. I'll put it in our chat and then you can put it wherever you need to put it. There it is.
Great, thank you.
And she'll put it in there.
There you go.
There you go. Great. Okay, so that's where you can go on Instagram. And that's where you can see the seniors that they're helping. There's also another place on Instagram, on Facebook called Candles for Grannies. Candles for Grannies is not run by Suboten Harbor. It's run by other people that are donors, but they sometimes put pictures over there too. So, yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much for your donation. Do you want? Should I do
Yeah, let's pull
reading?
a general card. Yeah.
Okay, all right. We're gonna do a reading for you, but if you don't want it, just plug your ears and close your eyes. Or
Yeah.
I want to tell you what deck I'm using for this. I am kind of obsessed with this deck. It's really, I'm trying to use different decks so that I get, it's fun for me to get a different kind of a deck and to see, different art, and it's very stimulating for doing a reading. And rather than seeing the same cards over and over again, to get a new deck, because it's got a new vision of what that card means. And I am working with the deck called the Unfolding Path Tarot. This is by Athena Noctua, which I found out, well, this is her pen name, but this means little owl. There's an owl species called the little owl, and this is the name of that. I don't know, the like kind of binomial nomenclature name is Athena Noctua. And I think it's such a beautiful name. I love this deck. It's super diverse. It's got people of all shapes, sizes, skin tones, abilities. I mean, I love it because it shows the world that we live in, right? The real world with, all flavors of people, right?
I was
I love
screenshotting cards earlier when I was watching you read with it and sending them to friends. Like, look how pretty this is.
Oh my gosh. Can I just share some of the cards?
Yeah, you should.
Like, it's got lots of diversity. Look at the Hermit looks apparently female. There's our Knight of Wands is also apparently female. So I love this. It's like so beautiful. It's such a beautiful deck. It's modern imagery, but it's also mystical modern,
Yeah.
It's not just like real life, it's mystical life, right? So we've got all these different beautiful, beautiful people in this deck. Just love it. It's so gorgeous. So
Yeah, I feel like whenever I work with other decks, I feel like it really enhances my understanding of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck too.
Right?
Because I like take things away and I see like what this person noticed and brought into their cards. So it's a really wonderful way to expand your tarot knowledge if you're feeling a little plateaued.
Yeah. I think it's fun, and I love jumping in with a new deck. But I just love, there's a lot to love about this deck. I mean, I love the imagery, the beautiful art is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And also too the quality of the cards. Oh, good, you do have a question. Love it. The quality of the cards is also something that if you're a reader and not just a deck collector, you really notice the cards. If they're sticky, that they stick together, that's not good. Or if they are like, don't have the right spring to them, they're too flimsy, that's not good. These cards have a wonderful like satin finish on them. They just are like, they slide together so beautifully, and they have a nice thickness to them that's not too thick. It's just right. They are like the baby bear in Goldilocks. They are just right. It's really, really a lovely deck to work with. Here's the back of the deck too. A lovely, beautiful flower image.
So
I mean, I guess I'm just really, really enjoying working with this deck. She sent this deck to me because I had another deck called the Animal Familiars deck, mini deck that she had. And then our editor introduced us, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love your Animal Familiars deck. She's like, let me send you this deck. And she sent one to me, and I sent her a copy of Baba Yaga's Magic because she's super active on helping Ukraine. So, all right. So Leafland, fibers. Let's see. What type of job will I get? So yeah, what's going to be open to you? Let's see. All right, we'll take a look. Thank you so much for your donation, too, by the way. All right. Let's see what kind of job. I love it. This is 8 of Wands. So this is a version of 8 of Wands. Now, I got to talk about this card for a second. Normal 8 of Wands just has the wands on it. This has a person on it.
I
It's
love
so
it.
good. Such a good thing. Pamela Coleman Smith kind of was like probably really tired. I'll just put 8 sticks flying through the
Yeah,
air.
I don't want to draw another hand.
I don't want to draw another person, another hand, right? So anyway, I love seeing a person on here. So wands represent element of fire, right? This is element of fire, passion, enthusiasm, creativity. And when I see 8 of Wands, it's focused creativity, right? It's focused on something and also fast, no barriers, no hindrances. So, number one, I think you're going to get your job really quickly when you move. It's going to happen really quickly. I also get the sense, like, if we talk about the essence of the job, there'll be a lot of movement. This is a movement card. So, you may be like, working in a kitchen where you're really hustling and bustling, or making deliveries, or moving from place to place to manage people. I mean, it's like got a lot of energy of movement around it, as we look at that. So, I mean, look, he's like riding a rocket, right? He's like standing on that and riding it like a skateboard. So I love this idea that your job is going to A, come really quickly, B, have a lot of passion and creativity, energy, enthusiasm. I think you're going to have a job that you're very enthusiastic about, that you feel a lot of passion about. I also get the sense with 8 of Wands that it's something you're already focused on. It's something you already
Mhm.
have some experience. It's got that sense of focus. So it's almost like a little bit like, if you have, let's say, oh gosh, I'll go like my career history way back when. I used to be a librarian, right? So it's like finding that library job really fast. You find that job that you already know, but it's an improvement. There's something about the 8 of Wands that always feels like its doors are open or opportunities are open. So I really get this sense that when you land, as soon as you get there, you're going to find a job that makes you passionate, that has a lot of enthusiasm behind it, optimism behind it. That's all Wands energy, excitement. And but there'll be a lot of movement in that job. It won't be a still job where you're sitting around. You'll be hustling and bustling around, but you'll be loving every minute of it. So I kind of love that. I love that. Yeah.
I
On your
love that too. Yeah, I right when you said that it was like an area where we're already familiar, that's exactly where my intuition was going to. I pulled this card called Wisdom. So I think this job will really require wisdom from your past jobs, but I also really get this sense that you're going to be appreciated as like a well of knowledge at your new job, and people are really going to respect the amount of information that you bring to the table. And maybe if you've been like undervalued or underappreciated at past jobs, this is going to be very much the inverse of that, and you're going to get to realize how much it feels to like be valued and be respected for all that you bring to the table. I know like in past jobs that I had this one nightmare boss in particular that I'm remembering from years ago who, no, from years ago. You got to listen to the rest of the story. She like always focused on what I couldn't do. And so it really made me feel not so confident. And you focus on what I can do. And like, because of that, now I've realized there's so much more that I can do that I didn't realize I knew how to do. So having somebody who sees all of your abilities and believes in you really allows you to expand more and believe in yourself more. So get ready for that and get excited.
I love that so much. What a great combination, that wisdom card and just seeing that 8 of Wands. I mean, 8 of Wands is just like, oh, it's going to be easy breezy getting a job.
Yeah, and
They're
who doesn't
waiting
want that
for
when
you.
you're moving?
Yeah, yeah. This is really good. It's really good. So, yeah, it'll happen fast. It'll be great. You'll fall right into it. It'll be right in your wheelhouse. And I feel like there'll be a lot of like movement and energy, which is good. I mean, sitting at a desk all day is not the best thing for your health. So, moving around, getting around, hustling, bustling will be good. You'll feel like it's got good positive energy, bubbly energy is what I'm getting. So wonderful. Wonderful. Anybody else would like a reading? Oh, Miss Melissa, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Well, Leafland Fibers, thank you. And Miss Melissa, thank you.
Thank you.
I sent 50 to PayPal. Gemini birthday today. Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Gemini. Oh my gosh, we are in Gemini season. It's that time. Gemini season, socializing. Maybe that's why I've got so much energy. I've been cleaning out today. I've got, as the Love Witch knows, I'm like, I ran to Michael's and I got some dyes and I'm revamping my closet and packing away my old clothes and bringing out new clothes and dyeing clothes. And I'm just like a little whirlwind today, much
An
more so.
inspiration.
Yeah. So, anyway, so happy birthday, Miss Melissa. Oh my gosh, happy birthday. I had a connection with a Sag man for a while. I gave him some space so he can work on himself due to past trauma, and he says he's not ready. Okay, so the second part, when he's ready to date, will he be choosing me or still have feelings for me, or do I need to prepare for a no? Okay, let's take a look and see. Let's take a look and see.
While you're pulling those cards, I want to thank Melissa because she has reminded me that I need to text my sister tomorrow because it's her birthday. And I have two sisters with birthdays in May, and the other one's name is Melissa. And I did remember to text her, so I'm doing good.
Oh my gosh. I have a sister who's a Gemini May baby. She just had her birthday on Wednesday and I didn't do anything and I felt really bad. But today's really the first day I've been able to run errands. So I ran over and dropped a present off for her and gave her a phone call. And
Oh, nice.
she was very gracious about it. She was fine with it. Yeah, we all have these Gemini sisters. That's wild, right?
One of mine is a Taurus and the other is a Gemini. So I get both of the extremes.
Are you calling Gemini's extreme?
An extreme difference from Taurus in my upbringing experience.
I had a
It was
Gemini
very
mom.
compatible with me though, so like it worked out well. I was always squarely in the middle.
Yeah. I think a water sign can really bridge the air and the earth. So you're probably the bridge for sure. I had my mom was a Gemini, my sister was a Gemini, and my dad was an Aquarius, Pisces plus, but he was Aquarius. I was like surrounded by air signs in my house. It's like, but it was like fun, there was a lot of fun in my house. It really was. My mom was such a fun mom, really a fun mom. So
I had two Pisces parents, so you can imagine what that's like.
Lots of tears.
Yeah.
No. I love my Pisces. I'm not bagging on my Pisces.
Me either.
Listen, I'm a Cancer. I cry all the time.
Exactly. Me too.
All right, let's see what we got here. Miss Melissa, let's see what we got. Thank you so much for your donation. Anyone else that wants to donate, you can do that on Venmo or PayPal or Super Chat. You can make a donation, get a reading too. So let's see what we've got here. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay. I got a real story here for you. It's good. It ends up good. But it's something you can do on your part, right? Okay. So first card, when he's ready to date, will he be choosing me or still have feelings for me? I do prepare for a note. So the first card I have is the 8 of Cups. You can see an 8 of Cups in this version. It's somebody like putting on their hat and their jacket and they're heading out. They're leaving their cups behind. They're venturing out. And there's really this quality of this card that really describes what, this person is going through. He's got to find that missing piece. He's got to figure things out. And there is definitely this like a journey I've got to do on my own. You can't do it for him. So I think it's like, this is exactly describing what he's going through. And it's genuine. It's not like sometimes I think people will sometimes say things like, I need my space but they really want to break up. What that is, we've all had that experience. But in this, I genuinely get this is not someone who's giving you like a soft breakup. This is someone who's genuinely working on himself. He's genuinely out seeking the missing piece for himself, what it is that he has to work on. The work is hard though. That's the 10 of Wands. I think it's hard for him. I think it's hard for you. So as this time where he's figuring out himself, is challenging and difficult, this is 10 of Wands. One of the messages, like the hidden messages of 10 of Wands, is that you have to share the load, right? So this woman is trying to bring up this big bag of wands and she's really struggling. Look at her face. Oh my God, it's really hard. She's really pulling that big bag of wands by herself. But if she had a friend, they could each take a handle and it would be much easier, right? She needs a support and assistance. So I think that for you, you cannot help him with his journey. He's got to go on that journey on his own. But what I think for you in this time could get some help in this process, this very laborious process of waiting around. So you've got a couple options. Number one, I would say spend time with your friends, like live your best life. You can live your best life on your own without a partner. Hang out with your friends, go to fun things, go do things, go experience things, make things or whatever it is that really fills up your tank, then go do that thing without him, right? Grab a friend and go, right? Or go by yourself and have fun. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And I think that would really help. Like you need help and support from friends and during this time, and the help and support you can access is to like, this is a beautiful time of year, lots of activities, things outdoors. I want you to think, okay, back in the olden days, they used to have something called a dance card. Is this wild? This is so wild to think about. Like I'm thinking like in the Victorian times and the Edwardian times. A dance card would be like you were going to a party with an orchestra and there was, 15 waltzes that were going to happen. And so you had an actual physical paper card with dance 1, dance 2, dance 3, dance 4, dance 5. And then if you were the lady, you would sit there and wait. And then some gentleman would come over and say, I would like to dance with you. And you would look at your card and you would say, oh, we can do dance number 3 together. I have that spot open, right? So they would coordinate. I'm sure the gentleman had one too, because he had to keep track of which lady he was going to dance with, right? So your dance card would be full when you had gotten a bunch of guys saying, hey, I want to dance with you. And then, after the 15 spaces were filled, number 16 come, I'd like to dance with you, beautiful lady. Well, sorry, my dance card is full. My dance card is full means your schedule is full, right? So as you think about this, I want you to make your dance card full. It doesn't have to be full with guys. It can be full with dating guys if you want to date guys, but it could be full with doing things with your friends or doing activities or going out to do things. Like really, you want to be living your best life. We were talking about self-love and the self-love kit. It's like live your best life now, not waiting to live your best life until that person comes into your life. You can build beautiful friendships. You can meet new people. I mean, there's all these things that can happen while you are waiting. So get your friends and let's go do things this summer. Let's go spend some time together. And living your best life is very, very, very magnetic. When you are living your best life, people are like, what's your secret? Oh my gosh, why are you so joyful and happy? This is amazing. I want to be around you. So this is a wonderful way for you to activate joy and happiness and self-sufficiency and self-love by taking yourself out on dates. Take yourself out on dates. Go with a friend. You need that support. You need that right now. Do not stay home and be a hermit. If he complains, you're going out and having fun. Why are you going out and having fun? Are you going out and meeting other guys? You can explain to him, we're not together. You're figuring yourself out. I'm figuring myself out. This is what I need to do for myself. So I think that also can create this feeling of FOMO for him.
Yeah. Hey, you're
Right?
welcome to join me.
Exactly. It's like if you want to be going to the ball game and going to the concert and going to the festival and going to the hike and doing all these things, you could be doing these things with me, but it's like I got to live my life. right? Don't stay home and be a hermit. Um, High Priestess is next. Oh, look at that gorgeous card. Look at her. Isn't she
Oh my
amazing?
gosh, it's incredible.
High Priestess energy. So High Priestess energy is about is this kind of magnetism. She's her own, keeps her own counsel. She is her own wisdom. I think this is really about you making your best life. This is really about making your life beautiful and gorgeous without somebody else in it. That is the key here. That's the key. Do that. And then you'll attract all kinds of opportunities, which are showing up with the Knight of Cups. Look at the Knight of Cups. He's like, hey, baby, you want to drink a wine? You want a glass? Come here. So this is him returning, but it can also be attention from other guys, because if you're going out, you're going to get attention, right? You're going out living your best life. You're single. So I think that energy sometimes can, it doesn't mean that it goes anywhere or it has to go anywhere, but having that energy of that there's possibilities will give you confidence and will also make him get decisive. I often think of Knight of Cups as a guy who comes back, though. It's interesting. The energy of Knight of Cups is like somebody coming back. So this really feels like he's there. And then you build something beautiful and gorgeous, which is this seven of Pentacles, which is this beautiful garden that she is tending to. So I do think this is a great happy outcome for the two of you, but I kind of think you need to have some stuff going on in your life so that he feels like you're not just sitting around waiting for him, because it can be very easy for people to be like, I'm going to take my own sweet time getting my act together, and you're just waiting there so I can take as much time as I want. We want there to feel like there's other possibilities for you. Then that will stimulate him working harder to get to the place where he can come back to you. We want him to really work at it, right? So that's what I got.
I love that so much. And I think, yeah, Melissa needs to have like the busiest summer ever, right? Like having so much fun, doing all kinds of enviable things. I know a lot of people are really afraid to do things alone, but I cannot get enough of it, honestly. As a Scorpio, which a lot of us I feel are introverts masking as extroverts, I really need my alone time. And I love doing things alone, like going to shows alone, going to the beach alone. And if you've ever had friends or a romantic partner who complains about things or is a real drag sometimes, it can be really fun to go on your own because you're on your own terms. If you're not having fun, you can leave. If you want to stay longer, no one's telling you to go. So really take advantage of that opportunity to do stuff on your own.
Can I say something before you go
Yeah.
in?
Hmm.
When you're on your own doing things, you meet new people. Like
Exactly.
I travel on my own. I mean, I love traveling with Manfred, but I've also traveled many times on my own. And when you travel on your own, it's like you're like a electron floating around, and you meet new people and make new friends. As I was coming home from New York, I sat next to a woman on the plane. We chatted at the beginning, and then we chatted at the end of the flight. We didn't chat all the way through, which is annoying. But afterwards, she had a layover, and I had a layover. And I'm like, I'm going to get some dinner. Do you want to join me? She's like, sure. And so we had our dinner together. We chatted. I learned all about her life in Ohio. It was amazing. And she had just come back from a cruise. I learned all about her cruise, and I was excited to learn about that because our love boat thing. And so it was like an amazing experience I had because I was alone. Would never have happened. I was with someone else. So yes, that's all I wanted to say is
Yeah, I've had so many magical experiences like that too. Like, I had a flight home from Boston once, and I had gone by myself and spent a week there. And my flight home was canceled and then like delayed. So all of us were at the airport for 12 hours, just like waiting to see what was going to happen. And they kept like changing the story and pushing it back further. And I ended up making friends with this lady who was flying to Asheville. Or we were flying to Charlotte. She was going to drive to Asheville, and she was like a pastor at like a Universalist Unitarian church there. And so we ended up talking for hours and had like all these weird things in common. Flash forward to like 2 years later, when I was moving to Nashville, me and my friends stopped in Asheville for coffee. And who is the only person in the coffee shop? That lady from the airport. And she recognized me immediately and like flew up out of her chair. And it felt like such an incredible omen of like, oh, yeah, I'm like, here is a sign that like I'm on exactly the right path.
Oh.
I have chills now just thinking about it. I still follow her on Twitter or whatever we're gonna call it now. But I pulled this card that says change. So I think first of all, his feelings will change and he will want to come out of his shell. And I don't think that he's gonna. I don't think you need to be prepared for a no. I think you need to just be prepared for opportunities and for new things and for fresh chapters. This is an empty book. And I think this is also like filling your calendar up with things. You have all these blank pages and it's your choice what goes on them. It looks like she's already on top of that too with lots of fun dates planned. So keep that up. And that energy is really incredible. And it's, that's the only time in life when things like happen, right? When we're sitting at home waiting for things to fall into our lap, they do not fall into our lap 90% of the time. It's when we leave our house, take leaps of faith, and really put ourselves out there that magical change happens. And I'm quite a hermit myself, so I have a lot of experience in this. And when I leave my house, guess what happens? I meet people like Madame Pamita. So would have never happened if I had just stayed in my shell.
Yeah, yeah. Like, look at that. I mean, that's amazing. I love that, Miss Melissa. All right. Fonda, you're here. 10 card, one card reading, 10 card, $10, one card reading. Thank you so much. I love you both, Pamita and Lovewitch. I'm weighing a massive career life decision. I have 3 offers for jobs that are all enticing. I'm also weighing the option of being self-employed consultant. Okay. How do I weight the independence versus the status and security of the offers? Okay. Well, I'm going to give you some practical advice. Practical advice about on your own. When you go on your own is when you can afford to go on your own, meaning unless you're being pushed. That has happened to me too. That's how I started my tarot business. But if you have like the ideal way, well, actually, no, that's not true. Okay. I'll tell you a little my story. So I was a librarian, and this is years and years ago. I was a librarian, and they eliminated my job. And so I had already been doing tarot readings for parties and tarot readings for like, events and things like that. That was my side hustle. And when that happened, I said, okay, I'm going to take my existing side hustle and I'm going to put all my effort into it until I figure out what my next move was. Like, I didn't even have faith that I could be a tarot reader for a business. Like, I didn't believe it. Would never have even crossed my mind. It was like, oh, this is my fun little side hustle. But so then I started doing readings one-on-one. Then I got an office and everything, of course, all doors opened. But when you want to kind of have the like security of the money and the side hustle. When the side hustle starts making enough that you can let go of the secure job, that's when you do it. That's the wise thing to do, because for reasons. Unless you have a big savings account. I've never had a big savings account. Believe me, I've never had a big savings account. But if you have a big savings account and you can live off that savings while you build your side hustle into a full-time career, that's fine. Like if that's your situation, or you have some other form of income, great. But if you are relying on yourself and you only have you, the thing you don't want to do is like, I'm going to start a new business and that's what my job is going to be, because immediately it's going to be frantic. How am I going to make money? And that energy is very constrictive. If you're freaked out about how you're going to pay rent, or you're freaked out about how you're going to make ends meet, it's not good. So I don't know your situation, but if your situation is you are relying on you and you don't have a big savings account like set up to support you while you build your business, then just practical recommendation would be to get that day job and build your side hustle until the point where you built it up enough that you can let go of the security of the main job. So that's what I will say about that. So that the independence is great, but you have to be, can you support yourself? I can give you an example that is from a client I had years and years ago. This is so many years ago, it could be 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I don't know. But I had this client and she came into me and she's like, I have a dream that I'm going to have I want to do a business and I want to do a reading about this. I want to do a business that is a greeting card company. I'm like, that's awesome. And she explained her greeting cards and how they were unique and different. And I said, that's great. And I said to her, are you wholesaling them? And she said, yeah, I'm going to wholesale the greeting cards. And I said, how much are you wholesaling them for? And she says, well, I'm wholesaling them for $1. Okay. And then they turn around, they sell them for $2, whatever. Or she makes $1 profit or something like that off of each one. So I said, how much money do you need to pay your bills? And she says, I need $4,000 a month to pay my bills. And I said, at the stage that you are at now, do you think that you can sell 4,000 cards each and every month, month after month? And when I said that, she's like, oh, I don't know. I'm just starting. So I said, okay. So then what you do is you keep your day job and you build up your greeting card business until you get to that point that you are selling 4,000 cards a month or getting near to it. And then you let go of the day job. She's like, you're right. You're right. It's like such an important thing. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, sometimes we're forced into it whenever, but like I had my business that I was already doing and then I switched over, and then it worked out great. So you need to have the independent thing already going and enough that you're either close to or making enough so that you can pay your bills. So, all right. So that's my little free entrepreneur advice, unsolicited entrepreneur advice.
It's so true though. And like it's the same story for me where like, well, at the beginning, I never even imagined that I could make money through tarot or through being a witch. That just like was wilder than my wildest dreams. And then I started to consider it and it was like, well, I don't think I could pay my bills like that, but I could maybe like have some extra money, right? And then slowly but surely, it became the main thing I did. And when I was able to take the leap and be like, okay, this is the only thing I'm going to do, it's because my rent was $400 a month. And so I was like, okay, I know I can come up with $400 a month through this.
Yeah.
Now, I wish my rent was $400 a month. But this business has built itself and I'm able to pay my rent. So
Yeah. Yeah. So you've gotten to that place with that for sure. All right. So the card I pulled for you is the Two of Wands. I love it, actually. This is such a beautiful card with such a gorgeous message. So Two of Wands in the traditional tarot, I mean, it shows it here. She's got a globe in her hands. She's on a parapet, overlooking what would be like an ocean or something like that, but she's holding the world in her hands, right? She's holding the world in her hands. So when we look at that energy of like, it's like a vision that you have. So what I see for this card is that independent path that you're really feeling drawn to is a great vision. Hold that vision. Hold that vision. So go for those offers. Go take those your job that's going to support you. Get that, but then work on building your vision. Work on your vision. It can be a little part-time thing. It can be a little extra thing. It can be a consultant gig. It can be whatever. But as you work on it, that vision is valid. So it may not be, you are going to be the best judge of whether it's the time now to jump into that thing that you are passionate about, that vision that you have for that independent path, or if you need to season it a little more. Does it need a couple of years to build up to that place? You'll know when the time is right. So time might be right now. You may have been doing this for a long time and you're really kind of ready. And then if that's the case, then you go. But this card is saying, yes, hold that vision, hold that vision, hold that vision. That's like looking at the globe and saying, I can sail around the world. So yeah.
That's a more traditional version of the Two of Wands.
Yeah.
And I'm holding it up because look at the card I pulled. Exact same image. And this one says unknown. So I think like, yeah, this leap of faith, this thing that you've never done before, it's a brilliant idea and it's going to work out beautifully, but it's about knowing when it's the right time. And there's a lot of unknown to consider about it right now. So fill in those gaps as quickly as possible beforehand, not after you're already in there. Because hey, once you get in the middle of it, there's going to be brand new gaps to fill in. So you need to be as prepared as possible. So yeah, hold on to it, keep developing it, keep getting a firmer or clearer and clearer image of what it's going to look like, how it's going to feel, and you will get there. And I think these 3 offers are going to be a vehicle to getting there. So look at them at that way and not as like closing the door on this, because you're not closing the door.
No, I don't
Not
see that's
possible.
absolutely neither card is really about closing the door
No,
is
no,
not at
no.
all. It's about keeping the vision. So, when somebody is a visionary, they're holding a vision that they don't know how they're going to get there, but they're holding that distant vision. So like if you're a visionary that's like seeing like I don't know, plastic free planet. Let's put that. You don't know how I mean, like you can look at the mess that we're in and go, God, plastics are everywhere. How are we going to get there? But you can hold the vision and keep working toward that goal, right? So it's going to be step by step. I think that's the process here, is that for your independent path, you've got to build it up to that place. 2 of Wands, of course. Thank you so much for this. You're so welcome. But I do think that independent path is in your future. That is really something that's very valuable. And so it's not about abandoning that. It's about building it while you have an income or some way of support, some means of support.
Yeah. And
Or a
hey, it sounds like
sponsor.
there's a lot of interest in you. So maybe it's taking one job and telling the other two, hey, I can do a little bit of consulting for you, but I have accepted something else full time. And then that can build up your consulting business, you know?
Yeah.
There's lots of good stuff out there for you, though. So
Yeah.
you don't need
Yeah.
to worry. That's the main
I think it's really
thing.
good. I think it's really good. Thank you so much, Fonda. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Michelle is next. Thank you, Michelle.
Let me scroll back up to Michelle's question.
Yeah, we got a lot of readings on the docket. So Michelle is next, and then Bruce, and then Mel. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. Michelle. Oh my gosh, Michelle. I don't have any specific question. Any cards you pull will be nice. Oh, it's so great to see you, Michelle. All right, let's take a look. You got my second email, didn't you, Michelle? Michelle's one of our people that was a subscriber.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you were a subscriber and resubscribed. So I got to send you that second email with your goodie in it, right? I hope you got that. Oh, look at your energy. Empress energy. Empress. Oh my gosh. I love this version of the Empress. She's pregnant. I mean, you can really see she's pregnant, right? So Empress energy is mothering energy. I mean, that's definitely that quality. But it's like, what are you giving birth to? What are you giving birth to? It could be pregnancy, but this can also be giving birth to beautiful creations of any kind, right? What is it that you want to make in the world? What is it the change that you want to see in the world? What is it that you would like to make? I love this card for that. It's about giving birth to things, giving birth to new ideas, giving birth to new creations. And it's a joyful card. It is such about like, oh, it feels good, it's right, you're settled, it's comfortable, it's all of that. And I love that. Look at how beautiful she is with her star crown and her wheat in her hair.
Mm.
Oh, I love that. So what are you giving birth to, Michelle? There's something beautiful that you're about to give birth to. Love that. Love that.
I pulled this card that says trust. So I think this is right in line with what you're saying. And, you know, if we think about pregnancy, it's something that takes a long time for that baby to cook, but you don't like doubt the process, right? At 6 months, you don't say, I think I'm ready to give birth now. You know, it takes the full 9 months and you hope you get there. So just trusting the process right now and just knowing that like the things that you have ruminating are taking the amount of time they need to take. So you are working with perfect timing right now, and you need to remind yourself of that whenever you have any doubts. And if you do have doubts about this, just know that the universe knows better than you do about the timelines for these things that you have cooking. So just work in flow and in alignment with the universe instead of trying to work against it. Going downstream is always going to be easier than swimming upstream. We are not salmon. So
I love that. I mean, that swimming downstream concept really aligns with the Empress card as well. She's sitting in the traditional tarot. She's sitting on pillows. It's like this process of just allowing things to come forth, but you're also nurturing things. You know,
Yeah.
it's also that too. So I love that. So beautiful, Michelle. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Let's see. Who do we have next?
Next is Bruce, I think. Yeah.
There we go.
Hi, Bruce. Oh, this is for CK. All right. Hi, CK. It was recently her birthday. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Oh my gosh. She would like a reading about the year ahead for her. What a nice present. What a great thing to do. Like a little virtual party. You can have a little virtual party here. Buy a reading for your friend. Invite them to come and watch. And you can buy a reading for your friend, just like Bruce did. I love that.
Yeah,
Happy birthday, CK.
and all of these streams are recorded. You can rewatch them anytime. So if you want to give somebody a reading, or even if you want to get a reading, but then you have to go to bed before we get to you on the list, just know you can always come back and watch that video.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
if you just want to rehear what we said, or check back in a few weeks later and see how accurate we were, it's there.
Yeah, it's like a little, you kind of have like a little like tarot diary, right? You can like, what do we see for the week ahead, and then go back at the end of the week and see what it means, right? It's kind of
I
a
love
cool
doing
thing.
that.
So cool. All right. CK, it's your birthday reading. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. If you were with me in real life, I would play the RuPaul birthday song for you, which drives everyone crazy. I do it to my kids. It's really loud and poppy and like giddy. So
Will not drive me crazy. I love that.
I love
Happy
that
birthday
song.
song.
It's a really happy song. So my kids are like, oh, no. That's funny. All right. Beautiful year ahead for you. I love it. I love it. I love all of it. It's really good. All right. So first card is the star card. Oh, look at the star. Look
So
at her.
beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love this artwork. It's so gorgeous. Star card energy, year ahead. This is divine connection. This is really connecting up to the divine. So, my question to you is, for this year ahead and setting your intentions for the year ahead, what would you like to get from the divine? What would you like to get? Is it more insight? Is it more psychic ability? Is it more manifestation? I mean, what would you like? This is your time to really like connect up to the divine and say, I need more of this year, right? I want more of this year. I want more peace this year. I want more tranquility. I want more calm. I want more confidence. I want more flow. I mean, all of those things. I mean, some of the things that I know about the star card is that it represents that idea of creative flow, where things are just flowing through you and you're a channel. It also represents stillness and peace and quiet. It also represents this idea of that divine connection where we get beautiful insights, all of those things. So invite that beautiful energy in. I love it so much. It's like a beautiful, peaceful, divinely connected year. That's what I see. This one is very, very cool because I know this is kind of something that I think last time we talked, we were kind of talking about this. Two of Pentacles represents having, like, I always see that as like, this is a juggler. So he's juggling, but look how magical he is. He's not even touching them, right? His hands are levitating those gold discs and that beautiful lemniscate, infinity symbol around them. So in this, I often see with this card that you have like a day job, and then you have your passion project. You have your thing that brings you money, gives you sense of security, and then you have the thing that you're wanting to manifest or that you want to move into. So if you're thinking, I think CK, the last time we talked, you were talking about doing something else on the side or doing a project on the side. So this is a great year for you to do that. What I love about this card is you can imagine him. What would the movement be? Of course, he'd be doing this, right? He's like juggling them, moving his hands. And so that represents this motion and this movement. It can be like, I've got the day job in my hand, but I'm also bringing up now the side hustle. I'm bringing up that extra job, that extra work, that passion project. I'm bringing that up. I'm elevating that. So I can see you doing that this year, like really kind of navigating and creating that and making it happen and doing it. When I see the Two of Pentacles, I always think he's doing it with ease and grace and skill and flair, so I think it will be very easy this year for you to manifest that. Page of Cups. I kind of like this. Oh my gosh, Page of Cups. Look at the version of Page of Cups.
Oh
It's a
my
cute
gosh, I love
little,
that.
it's a cute little old man, right? So Page of Cups energy. I kind of like that juxtaposition of the old guy, but has Page energy. He's got these fish that are swimming around him that are, reminiscent of the fish that's in the cup in the Page of Cups in the Rider Waite. But look how magical that is. Those fish are like magical fish that are swimming through the air. He's so delighted in holding his cup. He's so positive and delighted and holding that beautiful cup. I think that this really represents like new spring of the heart, right? New love coming into your life, new enthusiasm, new joy. Pages really represent that idea of fresh and new, and Page of Cups is like, sweet and kind and emotionally connected. So I do think this is really an opportunity that's coming your way to really open your heart in a fresh way that will feel so good. It will feel so new and delightful. So it could be a relationship, it could be a friendship, but it's really about that blossoming of the heart in a very sweet and innocent way. I love that. So magical. I love this card. Beautiful. Love that. Love that. Um, that was wonderful year ahead stuff. I love all these things. So sweet.
Yeah, that is exciting. I pulled this card that says love. So I think focus on love this year, love yourself this year, get ready to love this year. And yeah, just like surround yourself with people, places, and things that you love this year in order to have the best year possible. Um, I want to, more than about this card, I want to talk about that Two of Pentacles though, because whenever I get that card, I think about this. Juggling when you're doing it is potentially a little bit stressful, but the longer you do it, the better you get at it. And people who have juggled for a long time juggle with ease. So know that like it will get easier and easier as you go. But here's the other thing. Juggling is not meant to be a stressful thing. It's meant to be a joyous, like light, fun thing that's supposed to bring fun into the world. So focus on the lightness and the fun that your struggles or difficulties bring into the world. Finding those little silver linings makes those rough spots so much easier. And that card says they are there.
Yeah. I mean, I think that goes along with Page of Cups. When I see
Mhm.
pages are young energy, fresh energy, playful energy. I mean, he's playing even that senior guy with his fish flying around him. He's smiling. He's like, it's like delightful. So play and have fun this year, right? Also find those things that feed your heart, feed your soul, and play, in that page young, fresh energy way. So good. Yeah. Aw. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Bruce, and thank you,
Thanks,
CK.
Bruce.
All right. So next we have Mel. Thank you so much, Mel. Oh my gosh, Mel's getting a 10-card reading. Thank you, thank
Incredible.
you, thank you. Oh my gosh, you are so amazing. You are a superstar, Mel, really. Is it a good idea? So we're going to look at 5 and 5. I think that'll be, or we'll look at 3. I'll just leave these 3 right now.
There's 10 questions altogether.
Okay.
So
So
one card
we're
for
just
each.
going to look one card each, and then we'll do these 3, and then I'll do the next batch, and then whatever that is. Okay. We'll do it that way. So I have those questions in front of me. That's what I'm trying to say. Leave the questions up. And we'll do it bit by bit. Okay. Okay. So is it a good idea for Bill to take the HOA president? This is interesting. It's a competitive thing, a competitive situation. I think if Bill takes that HOA president position, he's got to have the ability to deal with people who may not want him to have that. Honestly, this is a card about climbing to the top of the mountain, but also having people down below who are trying to knock you off the top of the mountain. So is it a good idea? Depends on Bill's personality. Is Bill able to weather this kind of, in some ways, it's kind of a political position. People are always going to complain. It's, if you've ever watched an episode of Parks and Recreation, and when they go to those town meetings, that's what I feel like this is. People just coming and complaining about the HOA, complaining about the fees, complaining that they're not doing enough, complaining that they're doing too much. So the question, is it a good idea, is actually a question that Bill has to answer, knowing that he's going into a place where people are going to be complaining, bitching, and, you know, complaining that he's not doing a good job. Some people, they don't care. I'm just going to do my job and I don't care what anyone thinks. Other people, it can be very devastating to like have people constantly be complaining to you. It's a lot. It's a lot. So it depends on him and his temperament. Honestly, is he a stoic Taurus who can take it all and doesn't bat an eye? Or is he a sensitive Pisces who is like every person that says, I don't like the flower color that you picked for the flowers in the front of the building? Is he going to take that home and carry that with him and be sad? So it's his temperament. What's his temperament? It's going to be, there's going to be a battle. I mean, it's not a battle. He's not going to lose. He knows, that's why he's not sure what to do. So that's good. Oh, he's a Taurus. Oh my God. Tauruses can kind of take it. They can take it. They are going to do their job. Like think about an ox pulling a cart or a plow. That ox is going to pull that plow and pull that plow and pull that plow and just focus on that. So I think he has the temperament that he can take that energy of people complaining. He has to kind of be like, you can't please everybody. You're not going to please all the people all the time. These are the rules. I don't make the rules. The board makes the rules. I'm just implementing what the board has come up with or whatever it is, right? So he has to have, Taurus is kind of good for that job. Honestly, that's kind of a good job, for Taurus. I think that would be good. And I think, he can handle those people complainers. He has to kind of let it roll off like water off a duck's back. And a Taurus can do that. Taurus really can do that. That's why I love my Tauruses in my life. I have all the emotions and they just like, I'm going to hold space for your emotions. Okay, great. All right. Next, will there not be a quorum on Thursday so they can just appoint Bill Easy? This is a 7 of cups card, which is lots of options and not knowing. So I don't think there will be a quorum. A quorum, I'm guessing, I don't know what that word means because we don't have that in California politics. We don't have quorums, so I don't know. But I think a quorum means everybody agrees.
I think it's just having like enough people for an official like vote.
Oh, okay. So there's lots of
yeah.
options, and what this feels like is that there's lots of options out there. So will there not be a quorum on Thursday so they're going to just appoint him? I kind of feel like this means they're going to have to vote. Doesn't mean it won't be easy. It will probably be easy, but I do feel like there's choices. Like it's not no choice. It's not decided yet, right? That's what 7 of Cups means. Undecided. It's not chosen. It's not picked. He's not picked. It could mean that because nobody's picking, it could mean he gets in, or they're just going to have the vote because nobody's picking. It's not a defined thing yet. Is the VP going to quit soon before Thursday? Yes, the VP's running away. This is the Hermit card. Hermit card is like retreat. So I think the VP is going to quit because they just want to retreat. They want to get out of the situation, whatever that is. Okay, so that's that. Cleaner came today. Is she done now? Will they take the nasty stuff off Facebook group soon? Will Thursday meeting go good and I will be happy about it? And will I find the tax paperwork they need easy? Okay. All right, let's take a look at those. All right. Cleaner came today. Is she done now? Empress card. She's done. I think this is a good cleaner. When I see Empress card energy, I think that's somebody who gets things done, right? So she's done. She's done with it all. It flowed easily. It went well. Will they take the nasty stuff off Facebook groups soon? Oh, look at that card again. That aggressive card. I think you have to work with the people. I'm guessing these are the same people that are kind of cause Bill problems. This is what I'm getting. These complainers. So if the group moderator can pull it off, yes, but you still got complaining people there. So if there's some group, there's a moderator there, and the moderator has to take it down. Moderator has to do their job, moderate things. Will Thursday meeting go good, and will I be happy about it? Moon card shows up. Moon card is also a card that's undecided. It's not decided yes or no. Trust in the process. I think you will be happy about it ultimately, but it's not, it really is vague about that meeting. I don't think if the Thursday meeting, it feels unresolved. Just like the Seven of Cups energy is the Thursday when they're doing the vote, right? It still feels so unresolved. It feels very unresolved. But moon card energy is positive energy. It is beautiful energy. You have to just trust the process of it. You know, I think it's just got a lot of that Thursday meeting just has a lot of, you know, unresolved things, undecided things. It's got this really it's not boundaried. It's like, it's a lot, you know. Will I find the tax paperwork they need? Girl, Queen, you can. Queen of Cups. Use your intuition to find it. Like, trust your intuition. I would even say do intuitive things like get a pendulum out to find it. If you need to find that tax paperwork, like ask your pendulum a question. Ask the question, is it in the file cabinet? Is it in my folder in my car? Is it in, you know, whatever? Ask those questions with a pendulum, because I think that's how you're going to find it, is use your intuition. So
This is so funny because earlier Mel and I were emailing about a divination technique that I had talked to her about before, which is spinning like a pen or a knife or a wand in the middle of the floor of a room to get a sense of what direction something is in. So there you go.
use that one. That's perfect. All right. So 8, 9, and 10. Where's 8, 9, and 10? All right. 8 will all be good, easy when call tax people, all is taken care of. Oh, really easy. You're going to be making out with them. I think it'll be really, really positive experience. 2 of Cups energy is very positive. You're seeing eye to eye. The tax people and you are all you know, on a good basis. This is really good. Very easy, very good. You're supporting one another. I love it. That's very, very good. We'll all be good to org. We'll all be good to org Monday and Friday. We'll all be
I think she
going.
means organize.
We'll all be good to organize Monday and Friday. 7 of Swords shows up. 7 of Swords, this card really shows that 7 of Swords energy of like sneakiness, right? So whatever you're organizing, I think you may discover some sneakiness when you're doing the organization. That's what I'm really getting, that there may have been some sneaky things. And when you're doing the organization, you're going to discover those sneaky things that were done, maybe by the old HOA president. Who knows? I don't know what you're delving into there, but you're going to find some interesting information, and that information can empower you. I mean, if you want to use it in that way, or you can just bring it out into the open. Will Thursday meeting I'm doing virtual, will connection be good, and will it be easy meeting? Wonderful energy. Emperor energy. Emperor is about you being empowered. I definitely think this meeting will go well. The connection will be good. It will be an easy meeting, but you have to show up as the leader of the meeting. If you're in charge, you be in charge. That's what Emperor says to you. So, yeah.
I pulled this card that says harvest. So I think this is about getting the things you've been working toward for a long time. I know your situation pretty well, so I know that this, like everything that Pamita just said, really is in line with this. And I think this is about like the hard work soon being over and getting to have a period of things being calm and being able to rest. If we think about harvest as being, you know, in the fall when these crops that we've been working toward all summer long are finally ready, and we pull them from the field so that we can have them for winter where we're not going to have those resources. So I think not only right now are things coming into fruition, but it's also a good time to be planning and preparing for how you want to spend the next few months, and planning things that are easy and leisurely and fun, and expecting to have the peace and the time and the excitement to do those things.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Okay. Thank you so much, Mel.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank you.
Mel.
Oh my gosh, thank you. And best of luck on your with Bill and the HOA. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we're
like
sending so many good vibes.
yeah, that's a job that is like Taurus personality needs to be in that job, that you stick to your guns and you don't let anything ruffle you. I mean, that's what's needed there.
I
Um,
used to live in a community with an HOA. They didn't like me.
oh my
But I
HOA.
just didn't mow my grass. That was my problem.
Oh man, it's like somebody up in your business, huh? All right, Roger, guess what? I did my interview, and I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was going to be. But also, what I didn't expect was one of my references being on the interview panel.
That's great.
Crazy. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. I did my interview and I felt it went good. I'm proud of myself because it happened a day after my aunt passed. Oh, I think, those kinds of things will really put it into perspective. And maybe that helped, your aunt's spirit might have helped make you calm, and just
Mhm.
knowing that, the real important things in life are connections to others. And I think that can really give perspective. I'm so glad your interview went well. Are my angels proud of me and how strong I was? Oh, of course they are. That isn't even a question for the tarot. Of course they are. You did an amazing job. Let's take a look and see what they have to say. Aw. Congratulations on just doing that, I love that. It's so magical. I think your angels put the person that was your reference on that panel for you,
Yeah.
to give you that sense of like, what a perfect thing, because that reference is gonna say glowing things about you after you leave the room. It's so good. So good. Thank you so much, Roger. Oh, I love it. I love it. Six of Cups energy.
Oh,
Six of
wow.
Cups is like this wonderful, giving, heart-connected energy. Your angels, your spirit guides are so proud of you. I think you did an amazing job on that interview, and I would not be at all surprised if you got the job. This is such a heart-connected energy, sweet energy. I think you projected that also in your interview, that you really care. I was smiling almost through the whole Google Meet interview. Yeah, I feel like this is such a joyful energy and such a heart connected energy. When we think about like the connection to other people, this card really represents that friendship, that familiarity, that kindness, and all of that. But I also get a message for you is like you care about the library and you care about your job, and they could see that care, that you
Mhm.
really, really, really care. You've been there so long and you've stuck with it for so long. Of course, they know you care. And so I think that rubs off, and that joy rubs off, and all of that. One of the things I always tell people when they're looking for interviewing for a job, you know, part of it is your skills for sure, which you have all the skills, Roger. You are already there with all the skills. But another part of it is, is this a nice person that we would like to work with, right? What's the personality? You smiling and being so joyful was so wonderful. This is a person who brings positivity to the workplace, who works hard, who cares about the library. So, of course, your spirit guides were happy. Of course, your angels were happy. This is wonderful. Congrats on that. I'm
Yeah,
so proud of you.
congratulations.
I'm so proud of you. I'm not even one of your spirit guides, and I'm proud of you, because interviews are tough and they're stressful.
Mhm.
And, you went through and you actually had an amazing joyful experience in an interview. That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, and being a person that people want to be around and bringing like a sense of levity and happiness into an office or an environment, that's something that can't be taught, and most skills at a job can. So whenever I've been in a position to like help decide with hiring, I go with that. I'm like, I can show this person the skills because I'm going to enjoy working with them and teaching it to them.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people who know the skills and just you wouldn't want to be around as much. So I think that smile and your energy is did a ton, but also your experience and your knowledge and how much you bring to the table here was really apparent to them too. I pulled this card that says silence and it has nothing on it at all. So what this is telling me is that your guides, your angels, your ancestors, they're all extremely proud of you, and they are inviting you to listen to how proud of you they are in the silence. Whenever you have some time to quiet your mind and quiet your thinking, do it and then see what you get from them. I think some people are afraid to meditate because they're like, oh, I can't clear my mind. It's too hard. Or my old roommate was like, it's too boring. But I think it's really important to clear our mind and then pay attention to what comes into it once we've done so. Those are really significant and important messages. So they've got some messages for you, and you're able to access them right there in the quiet of your own mind. And I think this also is about your aunt, taking making a moment of silence for her, remembering her, maybe lighting a little candle for her, and just spending some time to reflect on how thankful you were for her while she was here, and how happy you are that now she's in this new and exciting phase of the non-physical and this really beautiful new journey for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's always hard when a loved one passed. The panel even said they would contact my references and do a background check. They asked if I objected, and I told them I had no objections to go ahead. Yeah, I hope that's a good sign.
Great
Absolutely.
sign.
Absolutely. Yeah. This is really wonderful. I think congratulations. You did a great job. And that's really what you want to focus on. Like I did a
Mhm.
great job. I have nothing to regret or wish I did differently about my interview. Everything was smooth, and you can be very, very proud of that, but I feel like this is something really good. I feel like something really good can come out of this. So
I
good,
just
Rob.
realized too, silence, libraries, come on.
Although our
Totally a
libraries are
shoo-in.
not silent.
That's the goal, right?
No, libraries aren't silent. There's kids laughing and dogging and people chatting and all kinds of things. Libraries are fun places, really fun places. All right, Universal Soul Goddess. If anyone, this is our last reading on the list. If you would like to get a reading in tonight, I see 14 of you watching. If you would like to get a reading tonight, then you can donate through PayPal. You can donate through Venmo. We have another little thing will come up in a minute with Venmo, and you could donate through Super Chat, which is on YouTube down below. So just let us know where you donated, how much you donated, and what your question is, and we'll be happy to answer it. All right. So Universal Soul Goddess. Let's see what we got for you. Okay. All right. So I'm going with the flow and surrendering to the universe, extending myself toward all things good for me. Just want to hear from spirit. Oh,
Beautiful.
oh my gosh. I love this so much. I love this so much. This is like such an interesting first card to come up, which is the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is about being at a crossroads and making a decision. I think the time is going to come. You're going with the flow, but your guides are saying the time is going to come where you do have to make a decision, right? It's not like a decision bad or anything like that. It's just like, oh, even going with the flow. I mean, if you imagine like a river, sometimes there's an island in the middle of the river. Are you going to go on the right side of the island or are you going to go on the left side of the island? That's a decision to make. So even flowing with things, you have to make.
It has a card with an island on it. I can't wait to show it.
so even when you have, even when you're going for decisions can't be made. So I think this is an interesting card to come up because I think they're saying to you, you can still decide. You go with the flow and surrender to the universe, but you can make some decisions here. Okay, let's look at an example, right? Let's look at an example like, let's say, for example, you're going with the flow because your landlord is selling your building and you have to move, right? So you can't resist that. You have to go with the flow of that. But there's still decisions that can be made in that process. Like, where am I going to go? Do I want to stay in this town or do I want to move to a new town, right? Do I want to stay in this neighborhood or move to a new neighborhood? So I think what they're saying to you is that you have more control and you do have decisions. You can still float downstream, but you can make decisions about where you float. What that can also look like too which makes sense with the next card, is it can be like long range visions that you have, right? Like, I'd like to have a life that looks like this. That's a decision, right? If you make a decision about what you'd like your life to look like, you don't have to take action on it. You don't have to do anything about it, but you should have the vision in mind. Now, the reason I say make a decision or direct your boat that's floating in a certain direction is because we have the world card. Look at the world card.
Mm.
It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. World card energy, right? World card is the fulfillment of your biggest dreams and desires. So your guides are saying to you, you can fulfill your biggest dreams and desires. We are here to help you fulfill your biggest dreams and desires, but you have to have a dream. You know what I'm saying?
If you
That's
can't have a dream, how do you have a dream come true?
exactly. If you never, what's that lyric from that song? If you
Yeah.
never, you'll never have. I don't know. It's some musical, right?
Yeah, I
When you
can't
wish
remember
upon a
which music.
star? Is it when you wish upon a star?
No, I don't
Like,
think
for
so.
example?
I'll Google. Keep talking.
You'll never have it. And now I'm like, it's going to drive me crazy. So the thing that I see that your guides are saying to you is have that big long range vision in mind. Like, I'd like to, like, a beautiful thing to do, actually, would be such a good thing to do with this card and this card is to decide like where you would like to be in 10 years or where you'd like to be in 20 years, not with like a striving goal orientation, but like what would you like your life to look like? So, it's a beautiful exercise that you can do, which is to do a little visualization where you go and you meet your inner mentor. Your inner mentor is you in 10 years or you in 20 years. Where is she living? What is she doing? What is happening with her? What is she doing? Who lives who lives in the home with her? Well, all of these things that you can envision and hold that vision, see that vision, and then ask your inner mentor, what do I need to do to get there? What do I need to do to be in the place where you are? Your inner mentor will astound you. They may say one word. They may show you something. They may tell you a whole story. But what it is saying to you is that with that Two of Swords, you can direct things. Even if you're flowing, you're directing things. If you are not visioning the future of what you want, then you're just floating here. I think they want your input. In other words, if I were to look at this, they're saying, great, we love that you're flowing. We want to deliver all your good things, but do you want to go to London or do you want to go to Hawaii? Do you want to go to Rio de Janeiro or do you want to go to Oslo, Sweden? Right? Where do you
Oslo's
want
in
to
Norway.
go? What?
Oslo's in Norway.
Or Norway. Oh, sorry. It was some Scandinavian country. Thank you for correcting me.
Let's go to both.
Do you want to go to Oslo, Norway, or do you want to go to Rio de Janeiro? So you have preferences. You have preferences for things. You don't have to map out every single detail of where you're going. But what you want to do is like, yeah, I'm going to go with the flow. But they are asking you, they're saying, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? We'll flow the stream. We'll make it happen. And we'll open up the doors for you. But it helps for you to have some preference. Like no preference usually means nothing happens, right? But if you have a preference, then they can say, great, we'll get you to that thing, whatever it is. And then we'll then flow because that ultimate destination, and it can be like, it can change, right?
Mhm.
I always use the example of like, because I'm old enough to remember when we didn't even have cell phones. I remember when we didn't have cell phones. And somebody 30, 40 years ago was like, we're going to hold a computer in the palm of my hand. And I remember hearing about this, all these innovations, right? I'm like, what the heck? What? A computer is a big thing on your desk. We didn't have the internet, we didn't have apps, we didn't have any of these things. But there was a visionary who thought, like, we can hold a computer in the palm of our hand. And what are we all doing now? We all have smartphones and we all hold a computer in the palm of our hand. So for you to have the vision, it can change as it goes. What they were envisioning with the computer in the palm of the hand was actually a tablet. And it was a
Mhm.
tablet that you would write on. It wasn't a tablet with apps and things because they didn't have that concept down yet. So things will adapt and change as you go along. But what's the life that you want? Would you like a super peaceful life? Would you like an exciting life? Would you like a life that is very free, or a life that has, constrictions and some kind of definition and boundaries? I mean, these are all great things to consider. And so that's how you get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I
There's
see you
lots of
getting
there's lots of great things downstream. You just gotta pick one and set the GPS, right?
there. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I
you
mean,
can change your mind as you go if you want to, or get there, realize you want to go somewhere next after that. There's so many options ahead of us. And I think to to not pick a destination is like a waste of free will, right? So you've got to, so that you're getting the things that you want, because the
yeah.
universe wants to co-create with you, not just set a destiny and force you to live it. That would be a pretty bummer of a life, right? But yeah, you're spot on, with what my intuition was saying too. And I got this card. This is escape. But look, this person is like steering their boat toward this island. So I think this says really pick your destination and pick somewhere that feels fun, that feels good, and that feels like an escape from, all the things that have not been so easy and fun throughout life. Spirit wants you to enjoy your time here. You are not here to suffer. You are not here to stress about bills. You are not here to make other people happy. You are here to have a good time and to really just like live to your fullest, right? To take in as much as you can. And if you make some other people happy along the way, perfect. But make sure you're making yourself happy first. You got to put your oxygen mask on before anybody else's.
Yeah. I mean, I think of like, yeah, you have preferences, and they can be
Mhm.
big and they can be, you know what I mean? Like, journaling my visions lately, I was trying not to hold on too tightly to the how. Exactly. That's
Yeah.
it. You don't want to get into the how, but journaling your vision is perfect. And what the universe is saying with the world card, there's no more direct card saying we are going to fulfill your wishes. You are going to get there. Make some decisions. I mean, some decisions probably have to be made along the way, but be in service as much as possible to your vision. So if your vision is, I want to be peaceful, or I want to be joyful, that can be a vision, right? And you don't
Mhm.
have to worry about how you're going to be peaceful or how you're going to be joyful. It'll come to you, right? Or I want to feel a sense of safety, or I want to feel whatever, right? You don't have to worry about the how. Exactly. Don't worry about the how. But decisions will be made, you'll make some decisions, but always let the decisions be in service to the vision. Yeah.
It's like using Waze instead of a paper map, right? Like you're going to take the best path there, and that may change as you're on your journey. You may get a alert that like, oh, there's traffic up ahead or an accident, so we're going to steer you this way so that it's easier. So be open to that direction. And that is exactly not focusing too tightly on how.
Yeah.
How the best way. That's how.
I had that experience this morning. I went on Waze, and then I came to a closed road on my normal route to get to Michael's. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a different route. So I just wanted, and I reported it in Waze.
Yeah, like every time I leave the house, I have like a little subway app that I check, and so many times it has saved me the trip like 4 blocks to the subway and up a flight of stairs to find out I need to go somewhere else. So plan
God.
ahead.
Yeah. Well, you guys are awesome. We raised $240 to help seniors in Ukraine. That is helping six seniors. We're going to be helping six seniors, feeding them 2 weeks worth of groceries. $40 buys 2 weeks worth of groceries. So you guys are buying 2 weeks worth of groceries for six seniors. You guys are so awesome. We so appreciate you. My gosh. We'll be here back again next week. Next week will be a little bit later because it is after a workshop. I'll be having the workshop on Kupala. By the way, First Sundays Witchcraft workshops are all about Slavic magic, and we'll be talking about the the summer solstice holiday of Kupala, which is so magical. Imagine going looking for the magical fern flower that will help you find treasure and grant all your wishes. And you can find out about how to do divination with a flower crown in the water. And what is the mystery of jumping over the fire? Why are people jumping over the fire? Well, you'll find out when you come to Kupala class. If you want to join us for Live Magic Q&A tea party, we will not be having it next Sunday, but we'll be having it the following Sunday. But you can sign up I think, by going to this thing. Is it working? We don't know.
Yeah, this this should work. And if not, let us know. We'll fix it.
Yeah, so if you sign up by going to spellsquad.com or to go to this link on the QR code and sign up, you should get an email with all the goodies in it. If not, reach out to us and we'll send them to you. We'll fix
Yeah.
it. We're still in the
And
new website. We're fixing things.
when you're on the website, you should get a pop-up at some point that will prompt you to sign up, and that will definitely get you the ebook and all the other goodies. So
Great.
sign up
Yeah.
if you haven't before.
Yeah, great. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, you guys. It was so wonderful hanging out with you. Thank you so much, Love Witch. You are
Of
awesome as
course.
always. And I guess we'll see you guys next week. Thank you
Yeah.
again. I'll send that money off right now. All right, you guys. Have
Have
a
a good
great
week, everyone.
All right. Bye.
Bye.